Hello. This is technically my first YouTube video. However, I'm hoping to do an introduction one before I actually post this one, so we'll see what happens. Anyway, today I'm going to be doing a plan with me for next week, which would be February the 20th through the 26th. My friend and I are going to Vegas for a fashion convention called Magic that they have there twice a year. So I got kind of a fashion-y, glittery themed sticker pack to do. And this one I bought from Hello Papers Co. on Etsy. It was only a couple bucks. I cannot afford to spend $25 a week on sticker sets, unfortunately, so I find a lot of them on Etsy that are printable and just print them off myself. And that just makes it a lot cheaper. I still have to buy the ink and the paper, of course, so maybe it just seems cheaper and it really isn't. I probably should figure that out, but anyway, I enjoy doing it this way. I would like to be able to buy more sticker sets, but unfortunately I can't always do that. So this is how I do it. So this set has the full-sized boxes and then some little heart checklists, some half boxes just in colors of the thing, not with any prints on it, quarter boxes, a weekend sticker, some other little quarter boxes, and then it looks like a movie thing and some little thing stickers. And then a second page has just the plain washi, some rainbow tinted washi, and some floral washi. And I'm doing this with just natural lighting from the window, so I'm hoping that it will show up okay. I'm worried I'm casting shadows though, so I'm gonna have to figure out some better lighting. And then it's got some bigger washi and some glitter washi and then some appointment labels and teardrops. Then this one has the headers and little things, date covers, which I absolutely love having because I hate it whenever my dates show. Heart checklists, again, it's a full box heart checklist, some half box heart checklists, some things for the sidebar, and some extra little stickers at the bottom. And then here we have a full sticker box that would take up 4 whole boxes, some deco, some glitter headers, and some half box glitters. Glitter half boxes. So, since these are printables, I have to cut everything out. So I'm not going to bore you with that part. I will cut it out and I will be back whenever they're all ready to go. Hello again. Okay, so I got everything cut out. And that usually takes a while. Probably, which can be a pain, and of course not everybody wants to do that, and that's fine. But I don't mind it because it saves me a bunch of money. I don't remember exactly how much I paid for this set. I will link it in the information underneath the video. But I do know that it was only like $2 or $3. So I have never paid for more than $4, maybe $5 for a printable set. But they're super cheap and it saves me a bunch of money. So I did also try to change the lighting a bit, but then there was more shadows, so I will hopefully get lighting figured out eventually, but for now, hopefully you won't mind it like it is. So anyway, so I have the pieces cut out that I'm going to use. I'm going to set this up here so you will remember who made this planner set. And of course, it's not showing up very well. Let's see. That'll work. Okay. So whenever I cut the stickers out, I don't cut all of them out. So I have quite a few here left that I may not need or that I'm just not sure where I'm going to use yet. So I usually leave them set to the side in case I need them. So also I had, and you may have noticed this in the video before, whenever I printed these originally, my printer goofed up. And my printer settings are weird. Like, the colors on the screen when I bought this are a little bit different because my printer settings are kind of screwy and it's a newer printer, so I'm still trying to figure it out. But anyway, I had one page that I double printed the top half because I stopped it halfway through, and I don't know if you can tell or not, but it looks really blurry because it double printed. I hope that's showing up. I can't tell if it is or not. Let's see here. There we go. So I ran out of this sticker paper. So until I can get more sticker paper, I had to reprint this part on cardstock. So some of it I may have to glue in. So we're totally just winging it today. Anyway, make sure that focuses again. All right. So the pieces that I cut out that I know for sure that I will probably use are this 4-box sticker, full sticker, and then some deco stickers. So we've got this little girl who also comes in a darker skinned version, very adorable. So you can choose which one you want to use. And then I have these little deco stickers that I plan to use as well. So I'll set those to the side. And I have the weekend banner that I'm going to use. And then I have these little half-box glitters and half-box just solid colors. Can't decide which ones I'm going to use. We'll see what happens. Then I have my full boxes. I got all of those cut out. And then I have a couple of these. I'll probably only use one of them, but I went ahead and cut both of them out. Then I have glitter headers, and I went ahead, because I'm probably going to need 2 sets. So I went ahead and cut out 2 sets of glitter headers. And then I have the full box heart checklists, as well as just the little strip heart checklists. I'm not sure which one I'm going to use yet, so I went ahead and cut out both of them. Sometimes I prefer one if I want to have a little bit more white space, and other times I prefer using the other. So we will see what happens. Speaking of white space, I have found that I do prefer some white space, and this planner, when I ordered it, I got lined boxes. I don't think I'm going to do that next time, because I prefer not having lines. Like, I thought I would like the lines to write on, and it is nice for that. But I've noticed that it's kind of annoying because they'll show through some of my stickers, or they'll, like, sometimes I just want there to be all white space without any lines. So next time I probably will order without the lines, and that is a possibility, I believe. Speaking of which, I'll go ahead and tell you that this planner is a plum paper planner. It's my very first one that I ever bought, not counting those little pocket planners that you get for free from doctor's offices and places you work, or for $1 from the dollar store. So I was in love with the Erin Condren, but unfortunately $50 was a little bit out of my price range. And I know you can get a coupon and all that, but I found this one for $30 on Etsy, and it has a very similar setup. So I went ahead and decided to try this one first, and I really liked it. I do want to get a happy planner, I think. I don't know if I'm ever going to get an Erin Condren. I might, but I do want to get a happy planner because I've seen several videos on YouTube of how those are set up and how they go together and that whole disc system with it. And I really, really like it. So that'll probably be my next investment. Okay, so I also cut out the little date covers. And sometimes I like to, I haven't figured out a total process for this yet, but sometimes I really like to record like what we have for dinner every day. So I went ahead and cut them out, and I'll see if I can use them or not. But since my friend and I are going to be in Vegas, I may not end up using most of those, but I'll have them anyway. And I do get paid next week, so I have the payday sticker. And then these other header things, little header covers, I don't like having my headers showing either. In fact, next time, like I went with morning, afternoon, and evening on this setup, but I'll probably either get the blank ones or, I forget, there was a couple other things, but I will link the Etsy link for ordering the plum paper planner in the information below. So these little headers, I almost always use the todays, the to-dos, and the little things. However, sometimes I feel a little weird putting one over my full box stickers because I don't always like to cover them up. So this time I'm excited because I have those little glitter headers. But I went ahead and cut all these out because I'm not sure which ones I'm going to use yet. And finally, I went ahead and cut some washi that I'll be sticking along the top here, as well as a glitter washi, which I do believe there's one other one that I didn't cut out that I will probably need. So I'm setting all that stuff to the side. Okay, so one thing I really, really like, other than the money savings of printing planner sticker sets instead of just ordering them pre-cut and pre-printed, is that I can take these now and I can lay them all out and get a feel of where I want things to go before I actually stick them down. And I usually do that. Sometimes I don't. I'm in a bit of a hurry, or I just don't feel like putting everything down and just want to kind of do it as I go. But usually I do lay them down so that I can decide where I'm going to put everything. And I really kind of like doing it this way. So that's what we're going to start with. And I believe I will probably speed part of this up so that you don't have to watch the boring parts. So this big sticker, a lot of times I will cover up Sunday and Saturday afternoons because I don't do as much on the weekends. That's not always true though. Sometimes my weekends are crazy busy. But this next week, since my best friend and I are going to Vegas, we'll be leaving Monday and we'll be gone Tuesday and Wednesday, and we're coming home Thursday evening, I believe. So what I think I'm going to do is use this to cover a couple of things over here. I'm not sure which days yet, but mostly because I won't be planning as much, since, you know, it's just going to be kind of, we're going to do fun things, and we know we're going to go to the Magic Convention and look at all the different clothing vendors and accessory vendors, and that's going to take up the bulk of our time. Of course, in the evenings we'll probably go out to eat, and let's see. So I'm probably going to use this on this side instead, because I will be busy on the weekend, this next weekend, which you will find out about. So as you can see, I tend to move things around quite a bit until I decide how I like them. Like, I'm not totally sure that I'm crazy about this whole line being all floral. I feel like it needs to be broken up a bit, but I didn't want this girl right next to her either. So I'm trying to decide what to do here. Okay, so another thing, whenever I cut this out, I'm kind of keeping some of the parts in the same order. So they had like this light greenish gray, and then this light peach, and then this a little bit darker gray, and then a slightly darker pink color. And the colors went in that order and then started over again. So that's kind of what I'm doing with these different pieces here. Also, I don't know if you can see it or not, and this sort of bugs me, so I haven't totally decided what to do, but on some of these, instead of cutting right against the glitter or right against the header, I leave a little bit of white space. So that's for a couple reasons. Well, maybe three. Maybe one, because I get sick of cutting things out. That's probably the main reason. However, I also like to have a little bit of white space to show there, and it also helps to cover these header bars a little better. Sometimes when I cut them flush against it, then it doesn't cover the header bar properly. And that's not because it's the wrong size, it's because my cutting skills are not the best. So I was feeling there wasn't enough white space, and I kind of still do. So I may end up changing these. Instead of the full boxes, I may end up using these little strips instead, the heart flags, heart checklist flags. I'm not totally sure yet. Okay, so I'm going to turn this video off for a little bit because I think I want to put some washi behind. Ugh, but then that takes away from white space. Anyway, I'm going to figure out a few other things, and I'm not sure how long my phone will record. So I'm going to figure out some of this and then download this part of the video onto my computer, and then I will be back. Okay, I'm back. So what I went ahead and did, I got everything laid out, all figured out, and then I take the pieces off in order and set them aside so that when I put them back on, they go back in the right order. And usually that works for me. My son is sitting across the table watching me. He has his own YouTube video, and he's been begging me to start my own channel for a while now. So here we go. We're giving it a shot. Anyway, okay, so now I just start laying pieces down where they go in the proper order. So I will probably speed through this part as well because I am not so chatty yet. I enjoy watching a lot of your Plan With Me videos on YouTube, and hopefully someday mine will be halfway decent. But for the time being, we're just going to probably speed through this part because I'm not quite sure what to talk about yet. This piece here is one of the ones that I had to print on cardstock. So I was trying to take the piece off the back so it'd be sticky and realized it was cardstock. So this one I have to use some glue to put down. You may notice sometimes that I pick stickers up, and while I am not completely OCD about things, sometimes it bugs me, like if they're crooked and stuff. So I usually will straighten them up. Like this one was a little crooked, and this over here is going to probably drive me crazy, so I may have to take an X-Acto knife to that because they didn't quite match up completely, and that again is my cutting skills. Seen these what is it? It's called an Instax camera, I believe. That it's like a Polaroid, like the old-timey Polaroids, but obviously it's modernized, and it's really cool because you can print out your pictures automatically. Anyway, it sort of looks like this. This one says Lomo Instant. That's just whoever created this, must be their little tag. But anyway, they if you haven't seen them, I'll have to link one to a website about it below. But anyway, they're really cool. I want to get one. It's on my wish list. Okay, so one thing that can be difficult when you print your own stickers is trying to get the sticky bit off the back of here. So thankfully my nails help with that, but sometimes I beat the sticker up quite a bit before I can actually get it off. There we go. Okay. So this was another one of those cardstocks, and here I am trying to take the sticky off the back and it won't come off. And that's because it's cardstock. Okay, so I tend to do one side at a time. I'm not sure why exactly, and I'm still trying to find what I like to do and how I like to do it. But there's this side, and I will come back and write a few things in. Some of it I'll write off camera. But actually, let's put, so, like this is the day we're leaving for Vegas. I think that's actually the only thing I'm going to write in right now. And then the rest of it I'll write it later. But anyway, so there's one half of it. And now let's go to the other half and get it done. Okay, you can watch stuff again. Oh, wait. Another thing, you may notice some of these I turn over. It's because down the paper that I use, and I'm going to have to find where you can find this paper. I actually bought it off of my friend, so I'm going to have to, I can't tell you where this comes from. But once I find my own, then I can share it with you. But anyway, there's a cut down the center, or a little, a little line down the center of the back of the page. So the ones that run over that line, they're a lot easier to peel off. Okay, so there's the other page. Not near as much white space in this one this time as I usually have, but that's okay. So, I think it looks pretty. My printer didn't print it as well as I would like to have. Like, the colors were a bit, I don't know, they were just different the way they're supposed to be printed. But the reason, my printer is a, it has the tricolor, like the 3 different colors. Instead of just having one cartridge for the color, it has 3 different ones. And because of that, it has the magenta, cyan, and the yellow. So the magenta is more of a pink. So it really honestly cannot print true red. This didn't have red in it, but it does mess up the pinks too sometimes. And this was a little bit pinker, and this was a little bit pinker. But that's okay, because I still like it, and most of them print okay. Like this one here, you can see from last week, it printed, like this wasn't actually red. Some of this was red, like this was red, and that looks pretty red, but I don't know. Anyway, so it's ready to go. I just have to fill it in. I like to have things in my sidebars and notes along the bottom because I am a note person. I am constantly writing things down so I don't forget them. And it's kind of nice to have it in a planner now instead of just putting it on my phone or putting it on a sticky note that gets lost. So I will have that. Leaving for Vegas here, and then this is when we're coming home from Vegas. And then I'll probably go grocery shopping Friday morning. And then we play game almost every Friday night with some friends. We play some games. So that's always fun. And then on Saturday I have play rehearsal. I'm going to miss it during the week because I'll be in Vegas, of course. So we have play rehearsal, and then that night I get to be part of the cast and act in a dinner theater. Or a dinner, what's it called? Mystery dinner. So it's like a murder mystery that they're doing for this dinner, and people will come and they'll pay and they'll eat the dinner, and then we get to act it out, and we get to act different parts, and they have to try to figure out who did it and that sort of thing. So that's kind of cool. And then this little things I went ahead and put over her. I don't think it looks too bad, but I really wanted to use her somewhere in this planner. So I went ahead and put her in. Other than that, oh, I got to fill in these dates up here. But other than that, that's the plan for the week. You can also follow me on Instagram. I've been posting my planner spreads on there for quite a while, and with my son's urging, I have finally decided to start my own channel. So I hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to leave comments or questions below, and be sure to subscribe so that you can see the next ones that I put up. Thanks, and have a good day.
Bye.